Hey, welcome to the Q Reyes Project, also Artistic Warfare, also Million Names. Also, this is a segment because I've been hesitant to start like a whole nother podcast because I got a million podcasts. So I'm just making a dumpster truck of all kinds of material that doesn't go together. Anyway, experimenting. But this is important because I was looking for some information on how to handle certain situations. I love researching and I love seeing other people's methods and how they do it and techniques and tactics. And this topic is about what do you do when you encounter a jealous boyfriend, right? Because a jealous boyfriend is a dangerous emotional person. Jealousy isn't a dangerous emotion. And I say dangerous, obviously, in the whole spectrum. I mean, people can get hurt all the way, from emotions all the way to physical. So, but I'm not going to the extreme. I'm talking about that guy that is jealous. And I'm going to go even more specific. What do you do with specifically messages or phone calls, but let's go even more specific to messages from jealous boyfriends, right? Like how do you handle a man that says, "Hey, what's up with you and my girl?" Or "Hey, I found your number in my girl's phone," or "Hey, uh, why are you hitting up my girl?" or whatever. Just he's approaching you because he either found something on her phone, or maybe you had a conversation with her, or maybe you knew her from way back when, and maybe you still actively, you know, kicking it with her. Maybe you already knew she had a boyfriend, or maybe you didn't know she had a boyfriend. But regardless, how do you deal with this incoming traffic? Well, obviously, if you didn't know she had a boyfriend, um, it depends how you feel, right? Because if you're hurt by it, like, oh man, I thought this girl was about me, then the conversation should probably be like, hey, I didn't know, and take it from there. However, you see that. I'm not gonna go in that direction. I'm gonna go in the direction where maybe you knew she had a boyfriend, but I mean, don't most girls have a boyfriend at some point? Like, I mean, it you know, and I'm gonna divide it into long-term relationships. Like if someone has kids and they're married and you know married 15 years, that's that's a different kind. That's not a boyfriend, right? I'm speaking of just this random guy. You don't know if they've been together. You don't know what the story is behind them. So how do you handle it in a way that um, you're not affected, and at the same time you're not affecting her or him? Like you just want to be out of that whole shadow. So in looking for this, I couldn't find a good way to actually get this done. So what in searching other things on how to handle this, we have to first understand where he's coming from, right? This is a guy that had the guts or the emotional instability to hit you up. So there's already he was before he did that, he there was already some feelings there. So if we already know this is an emotional person because he wouldn't be hitting you up if he didn't care. So we know this is an emotional person. What do we do now? Right. So we know that we don't handle emotions with emotions, and you have to be empathetic, first of all, except this is an exception. If he's coming at you aggressively, insulting you, threatening you, all of that, don't even respond. Just that's all you got to do. Just ignore him, block him. Like it's you're not gonna win. Like don't waste your time. And plus, like you don't need that drama, right? But let's say that he's not. That this is just some hurt guy for whatever reason, and you have to put yourself, empathy is that you put yourself in his shoes and think that maybe you could be in that situation one day, or maybe you've been in a situation one day, and how would you want to be treated, right? So you don't want to come back as weak, but you also don't want to come back strong. You want to be emotionless if you can. That emotion that you do show is about you, right? Because he's hitting you up. And you have to be like, look, you need to talk to her. Put it on her. That's her boyfriend, right? Why is he calling you? And most likely they've already had an argument about it. Or he might be calling you before the argument. He's just getting, that's none of your problem. That's her boyfriend and that's his girlfriend. You guys go talk it out. I'm an external factor, right? Now, if you are still actively involved with this person, I would recommend against uh, just going there. Like, don't say anything because you don't know what's going on, right? You don't know. She might be seeing other dudes, and you get caught up in something that's not even about you. But it don't try to make her look bad, because that makes you look bad. Also, don't try to make him look bad either, because he already feels like a dummy. So you want to bring him back up. Hey, you really need to talk to her about this. And then he's probably gonna come back. But did you guys have something going on? Blah blah blah. And you're like, this sounds like it's an issue between you guys. And I just leave like real short answers. And you guys should really have a conversation, because this allows him to back away and go handle that, which he should. If this happens to you, you need to handle it with the correct person. However, he's just looking for confirmation, right? You don't want to confirm anything or deny anything. You really want to just be emotionless and throw the ball back at him. And then he's going to take it two ways. He's going to escalate it when he starts going crazy. Then that's when you like shut it off. You don't want random people just insulting you or like wasting your time, or he's going to come down a bit. And hopefully he just goes away, right? But if he doesn't, if he starts insulting you, you cut it off. If he starts going the other direction where he goes, hey, I love this girl and I can't believe she's doing this to me and blah, 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 blah. He starts getting all emotional. Again, throw him back. Yeah, you need to have a conversation with her. But the empathy, the reason that you don't want to just flat out write him off is because, this could end right here. That this situation, he could take it over there, they break up, but there's another element at play here, which is that triangle, right? So she's here, he's here, now you're here, and now there's sort of triangle here. And what happens is she might have done this to get him jealous. She might have showed him messages or told him about you, whatever, to get a reaction from him, to see if he cares, whatever her crazy reason is. And he's now activated his competitive mode, because as men, we're naturally competitive. So when we see there's another man in the picture, it immediately triggers a subconscious competition where, oh no, I gotta win. Like, he's not gonna take her from me. And the truth is, if she's doing all this, she's definitely not worth neither one of you. But it just wakes that up. And the best thing you can do is just allow him to feel that he went in competition mode. He encountered you, because that takes a lot to just hit you up about it. And once he did that, he found that you Um, did not attack him, did not, you know, uh, do anything. Just like he found a wall, and this allows him to retract and hopefully calm down and handle the situation. Like I said, if he goes aggressive, he's too activated. You can't deactivate that person. Don't want to waste your time doing it. So you want to just do this for the people that they just hurt. This is a guy that probably just found this out and is confused. His whole world's upside down. Whatever it is, and just leave it alone. Leave it alone. So yeah, that's it. That's it. That's this episode. Obviously, there's a lot of roads where this can go. If you really have something going with this girl, and you're kind of like her side piece, and it's like a longer term thing, or you still plan on seeing her, that's a whole other episode, because then you really are trying to play in that triangle, and it requires a different kind of approach, or a different kind of response, if there's a response. The only time you don't want to respond is, when they go crazy, because they may be really crazy. They might be really crazy people out there. So you don't want to trigger none of that. You don't want to be a part of that. You don't want any questions about why this person went crazy. You don't want to be involved in any of that. So don't respond. Leave that alone. But if you just see that this is just a person that's most likely hurt, let them know, hey, you got a choice. You need to talk to her. And if he goes beyond that and I love her, go talk to her. And if she hits you up, she's playing the triangle, right? So now she's playing that game. And if she hits you up, that means she's not done with you, obviously, because she should stop the behavior if she wants to be with that man. Or he might have got her to hit you up, right? Because it happens. So you got to be extremely careful. I would suggest not replying to anything she has to say. Let that situation marinate, because a big chance it is that he's right there, either watching her text you and telling her what to text, or calling you from her phone, so don't answer, leave that alone. Yeah, man, that's what I have to say, and I've been in situations like this, and in both ends, right? When you find something out and you're trying to figure out what's she doing, so, but the times that I've done it has been to sort of ruin the situation, because I know in my mind I'm done with her, but there's a little bit of resentment and anger and all of that revenge is, well, if I'm leaving, I'm gonna make sure she don't stay with him, and I'm gonna ruin that relationship. So I've contacted dudes to put ideas and fuel their heads and imaginations about her, to drive him away, and then I drive away, and then she's alone. Anyway, that has nothing to do with the episode, but just that's how the human mind works. We all are vengeful. We all want revenge. We all want people that hurt us to hurt. It's just a natural thing, and that's a whole nother episode on just revenge. But just make sure that you're not part of someone's revenge. So until next time, like I said, this is a topic, seduction technology, that I've been just blogging and writing about and podcasting about for many years. And I go in my ups and downs in my own life. And then I feel like I have these big pauses. Like I'll go really gun-ho on these episodes, and then I have a pause, and then million things, positive and negative, happen in my life. And then I go back. Then when I come back stronger with more situations, more stories, more learning, more things that I've learned, and I like to share these because whether it's for me, my kids, or whoever in the future can listen to this and not have to go through what I go through, and just kind of take a shortcut. Say, well, I'm not going to do that, or I might do that. Then that helps the next generation be smarter, quicker, faster, just evolve. So I'm going to leave it there. Until next time, subscribe. Let me know also what you think. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but you got to explain it. You can't just say I'm wrong. Like a lot of comments on, oh no, that don't work. Okay, well, tell it like it is. Let's make it a conversation and not just an opinion. Let's make it, let's talk facts. All right. So until next time, peace.